Hello, ARMY! Welcome back to BTS K-pop Vibes, your #1 destination for the latest BTS updates, viral moments, and breaking stories straight from Seoul. If you love staying ahead of everything related to the boys, then you're absolutely in the right place. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and now let's dive straight into today's story. Wait, did this moment just confirm that Jungkook and Taehyung were actually together again? Because fans didn't just notice something small or insignificant this time. No, what they caught were details that feel almost impossible to ignore. From the timing to the exact location to that one specific moment that instantly sent the entire fandom into complete chaos. Everything suddenly started connecting in ways no one expected. And now, ARMYs all over the world are asking the exact same question. Was this just a coincidence, or are we actually witnessing a real reunion happening right in front of us? What makes it even crazier is how fast everything escalated. Within minutes, the reactions online completely exploded. People were zooming in, comparing clips side by side, analyzing frames, and pointing out details that most people would have completely missed. But before things spiral even further, let's break down exactly what fans saw and why everyone is absolutely freaking out right now. The moment the clip started circulating, everything changed. This wasn't just another random sighting or a blurry video that fans debate for a few hours and then forget about. This felt different. It felt more real, more connected, almost like a missing piece of a much larger puzzle had suddenly fallen perfectly into place. Fans immediately began analyzing every single second of the footage involving Jungkook and Taehyung. At first glance, nothing seemed too obvious, but the longer people watched, the more details began to emerge. The timing of their appearances matched almost perfectly. The background looked strikingly similar. Even the atmosphere, the lighting, the sounds, the subtle movements felt like they were captured in the exact same moment. And that's when the theories truly started to explode. Some fans pointed out how both of them had been unusually quiet right before this surfaced, almost as if they were intentionally staying under the radar. Others noticed subtle similarities in their outfits and styling choices, which led to speculation that they might have coordinated, or at the very least, were in the same place long enough for it to make sense. But then came the biggest trigger. That one tiny detail that no one could stop talking about. A reflection, a shadow, a figure that appeared for just a split second. Barely noticeable unless you slowed the video down frame by frame. And once someone highlighted it, everything changed. Suddenly, it didn't feel like just a theory anymore. It felt like evidence. Social media went into complete overdrive. Timelines were flooded with side-by-side comparisons, zoomed-in screenshots, and detailed threads breaking down every possible angle. Some fans were completely convinced that this was undeniable proof of a reunion. Others were more cautious, urging patience, and reminding everyone how easy it is to misinterpret things in moments like this. But even with that caution, the excitement was impossible to ignore. Because for many, this wasn't just about whether Jungkook and Taehyung were seen together. It was about what that moment represented. Their bond has always been something fans feel deeply connected to, something that goes beyond what's shown on stage or in official content. And that's exactly why even the smallest hint of them being together again carries so much emotional weight. As more clips and photos started to surface, the narrative only grew stronger. Different angles, different moments, but somehow all pointing toward the same possibility. This wasn't just one coincidence anymore. It was starting to look like a pattern, and patterns are hard to ignore. At the same time, a new question began to rise. If this really was a reunion, why keep it so low-key? Was it intentional, a private moment they didn't want to turn into headlines? Or was it simply bad timing, fans catching something that was never meant to be noticed in the first place? The mystery only made everything more intense, because the more people searched for answers, the more they found. And yet, nothing felt fully confirmed. It stayed right on the edge between possibility and certainty. And that exact space, that's where curiosity thrives the most. Maybe that's why this moment hit so differently. It wasn't loud, it wasn't officially announced, there were no statements, no confirmations, just fragments, clues, reactions, all building on top of each other until the entire fandom was caught in the same endless loop. Did this really happen, or are we just seeing what we want to see? Either way, one thing is clear. The connection between Jungkook and Taehyung still has the power to stop everything, even if only for a moment. And until something more concrete comes out, fans are not letting this go anytime soon. Because sometimes, all it takes is one glimpse to spark a worldwide reaction. And just as it seemed like things might slow down, they didn't. In fact, the deeper fans looked into it, the more layers began to unfold, almost as if this moment was hiding far more than anyone initially expected. New clips began appearing from different angles, posted by people who didn't even realize what they had captured until later. Each video added another small piece to the puzzle. None of them were perfectly clear on their own, but together they started forming a narrative that became harder and harder to dismiss. Fans began noticing movement patterns, how someone walked past the frame, how another figure paused just a second longer than expected. It didn't look staged. If anything, it felt completely natural, unfiltered, like a real moment slipping through unnoticed. And that's exactly what made it so powerful. Because in a world where almost everything involving global stars is carefully controlled, moments like this feel rare, unplanned, genuine, real. And fans can sense that difference instantly. Soon, the analysis expanded beyond just the videos. People started comparing timestamps, cross-referencing locations, even matching background sounds from different clips. It became less about guessing and more about connecting the dots. And the picture they were forming kept leading back to the same conclusion. They were there at the same time, possibly even closer than anyone initially realized. Of course, not everyone agreed. Some fans urged caution, pointing out how easy it is to build convincing narratives from irrelevant details. They questioned certain clips, highlighted inconsistencies, and tried to slow things down. But even with that skepticism, the energy didn't fade. Because this wasn't just excitement, it was emotional. For longtime fans, even the smallest hint of interaction between Jungkook and Taehyung brought back memories, moments that once defined an entire era. The way they used to interact, the effortless chemistry, the quiet understanding that never needed words. And suddenly, it felt like all of that might still be there, just hidden from view. Then came another turning point, a subtle update, easy to miss unless you were really paying attention. It wasn't confirmation, not even close, but it aligned just enough with everything else that fans couldn't ignore it. The timing, once again, felt too perfect. And that's when the conversation shifted. It stopped just being about did they meet and became something deeper. If they did, what does it mean now? Are they reconnecting more often than we think? Have they been meeting quietly away from cameras? Or was this just one rare overlap in time? The truth is, no one outside their circle knows. But maybe that's exactly why this has taken over so completely, because it exists in that space between what's seen and what's felt, between reality and interpretation. And in that space, fans keep watching, keep analyzing, keep hoping, not necessarily for confirmation, but for another glimpse, another moment, another clue, something that brings them just a little closer to understanding what's really happening behind the scenes. And until then, the mystery remains, and so does the excitement. Because when it comes to Jungkook and Taehyung, even the smallest moment can turn into something the entire world can't stop talking about.